AQ's Blog and Grill.
Hi, and welcome to AQ's Blog and Grill. We're happy to welcome Dr. Micheal Kelly. Now, Micheal, you're new to Laurier and the region of Waterloo. You came here from Ottawa. What are some of the things you've noticed in your first year?
I've really enjoyed the community. It's a fantastic community, entrepreneurial dynamism, a great place to have a business school. It's been an easy community to network in, and I realize that a lot of it is built around the two universities that are here. And in particular, the strength that the University of Waterloo has in science and engineering, and the strength that Waterloo has in business. And I think it's unique to find those complementary strengths in one place, the way we have it here.
When you see that USA Today does an article in the past week on Kitchener-Waterloo and says we're the next Silicon Valley or Silicon North, some people are paying attention.
Well, I think the USA Today article said that we're already at the level of Austin or Boulder, which is not a bad place to be.
Right.
And I think that's a great testament to the community and to the vibrancy of this community. At the undergraduate level, we have some of the highest entry standards in the country already. I think this year we have an 88 average to get into the business program. It looks like by this time next year, we'll have 5,000 BBA students or thereabout.
Wow.
I don't think people really realize how large our undergraduate program is. I think it truly is one of the best in the country. Solid graduate programs, and I think we're going to see more effort in the graduate programs to build more experiential learning into the programs, to board more international opportunities into the programs.
Right.
But the academic quality is very strong throughout the school. We started this year a program called the CEO in Residence program, where we bring CEOs in for a day to talk to our students, to impart, some lessons about leadership, talk about how their career on their way to the C-suite and lessons learned. And we're doing 4 of those a year. I figure I can probably do the next 15 years based on Laurier Alumns alone. Tim Penner was the most recent one, and before that we had Stacey Mowbray, who was CEO of Second Cup.
Yep.
In September we've got Mike Ward, who's CEO of IKEA North America.
Great.
After that we've got Lynn Oldfield, who's CEO of AIG. And after that, we've got Lindsay Duffield, who's CEO of Jaguar. And these are all Laurier alums. So.
Yeah. How does the business school feel about entrepreneurship in terms of the faculty?
Steve Farlow, who's director of the Schlegel Center, has done a great job building the curriculum around entrepreneurship.
Right.
And it's very unique in the sense that it's not only an academic curriculum, but through the activity down at the hub and the launch pad, there's very much an experiential curriculum involved in it. And Steve has also been actively engaged in helping to drive entrepreneurship outside the business school and across campus. So we now teach entrepreneurship in the music faculty, there's a course in the science faculty, there's a course in social work. And I was really pleased to find out that half of the students who are in the Launchpad program down at the hub are non-business students. And I think it's a recognition that throughout the university, it's important for people to develop entrepreneurial skills so they can follow whatever passion they have, whether it be social, whether it be business, whether it be artistic. There's a skill set there that is relevant to them. And so I think you're going to see us doing more in the entrepreneurship area, bringing in more faculty, doing more research, getting more students into the programs, building options so that other students can take some entrepreneurship programming as part of their curriculum outside the school and extending down to the campus in Brantford. This is the most dynamic entrepreneurial community in the country. The assets and the things in the community that we can leverage into our programming, the mentors, the advisors, the angel investors. I mean, it's a full ecosystem to support entrepreneurship.
Social entrepreneurship in this area too is kind of outstanding.
Well, and I'm really delighted to see the number of social entrepreneurs that come out of the business school, because I think business students get a bum rap with respect to they're only more focused on money, they're focused on their careers, they have no social sense of obligation. I used to joke to some of my colleague deans that in your faculty you talk about it, in my faculty we do it. And I think you see a lot of business students who are very active social entrepreneurs with a very strong social conscience.
Yeah. Let's talk just for a minute about business school and ethics.
I think business schools can help people understand the ethical implications of different types of behavior, but by the time we get them, if their ethical formation isn't there,
Right.
there's not a lot we can do. I mean, we're getting these kids when they're 18 years old, or MBA students when they're 27 years old. If they don't have a grasp of ethics by then, one course in ethics is not going to do it. We can help them tease out an understanding of, what some of the gray lines are, what black and white issues around ethics, but we can't provide them with that kind of foundation. That has to be done much earlier. There are two ways that schools tend to teach ethics. One is, the easy way is to throw an ethics course into your curriculum and hope that everything can be done there. Right. The other way is to bring out ethical issues across the curriculum. So in accounting courses, in finance courses, and in the various functional courses you teach, bring out ethical implications around some of the issues in the course. I think that's a much deeper way and a much more profound way to teach ethics than to just hope that it can be done by one course in the curriculum.
What does Laurier's brand mean to you?
In the recruiting community, in the corporate community, we're known as probably one of the top accounting schools in the country, as a strong finance school, as a strong marketing school. You look at where our students go, and they go into the P&Gs and the Unilevers of the world. They go to Bay Street, they go to Wall Street. They populate the major accounting firms in the country. So that's always been kind of the Laurier undergraduate brand. The BBA has also had a very strong brand around personalized learning, a lot of experiential learning. MBA programs, MFIN programs have a different brand in the market, I think. Business schools are in a brand war these days, and we're competing for faculty, competing for students, we're competing for donors, we're competing for research funds. Brand becomes a very important role. And I'm surrounded by, 3 of the top business schools in the world, between Schulich, Rotman, and Ivy. So I need to make sure that our brand recognizes the quality of the school.
Now, speaking of experiential learning, what's going to be the thing in the next 5 to 10 years?
In first year, we have a very strong experiential component in the new venture competition, the Pepsi pitch.
Yep.
We're looking at putting more experiential components into second year. In third year, we have ICE, the integrated case exercise, which is unique to Laurier. And students tell me it was both the best and worst week of their life.
Yes.
But it's something everyone remembers. Co-op is an important part of experiential learning. So there's a lot that goes on. The entrepreneurship program is heavily experiential focused. And so we're looking at ways that we can complement the in-class experience with lots of experiences which will help people kind of build the skills and the knowledge that'll put them on the path of their careers.
Right. Laurier's building, a big building.
A big building.
Right across the street from the current campus. And what are your thoughts on that?
It's going to be a fabulous facility with state-of-the-art features, labs, classrooms that will allow us to do different types of experiential learning. Great student space, and I think it also signals a real commitment on the part of the university to the business school, and a recognition that the business school is one of Laurier's brand pillars, and that it has great aspirations for where the school is going to go. And I think this is one thing that, to me, signals that there is a strong commitment to taking it there. But there'll be a lot more technology in the classroom. It'll be much more in tune, I think, with how people take in information and knowledge.
Just to wrap up, maybe we could chat a little bit about the global aspects of the Laurier School of Business and Economics.
In a global context, one of the things that is really a priority for us is expanding the opportunities for our students to have an international experience. Be that an international co-op, an international exchange, an international study trip. We've had some great donations recently to help us support students going abroad. But I would really like to see us be able to provide any student who was interested in some opportunity to have an international experience. I think it's not only character building, but it will prepare them for the world that they're going to do business in. I think you're going to see us do a lot more in terms of broadening our attraction to international students so we can internationalize our classroom, putting more global content into our curriculum, but really giving students a variety of different opportunities to prepare themselves for an increasingly globalized business world. We, as a business school, we are looking at building out exchange partnerships in markets where our students are going to have to learn how to do business. So we're extremely interested in China, India, Brazil, emerging markets, which are going to be the markets of the future for many of them. So we'll be having more exchange partners. There's an opportunity to bring more visiting professors in. We do have, Laurier does have an office in Chongqing, China, and so we're looking at how we can capitalize on that.
Right.
But I think you'll see us in the next few years building very strong relationships with universities in those markets. Right. The way we conceptualize it is building the business school that is best for Canadian business.
Yeah, okay. Well, our guest today has been Dr. Micheal Kelly from Wilfrid Laurier University, School of Business and Economics. We had a great time. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
AQ's Blog and Grill.